ABC Kinderteach presents Creepy Pair of Underwear. Written by Reynolds, illustrated by Peter Brown. Jasper Rabbit needed new underwear. On Thursday, Mom took him to the underwear store and grabbed the last 3 packages of plain white. But as they headed for the checkout, Jasper spotted them. What did he spot? Maybe the creepy underwear? Creepy underwear, so creepy, so comfy. They were glorious, which means greatly admired. Mom, can we get these? Jasper pleaded or begged. I think they're a little too creepy, said Mom. They're not creepy, they're cool, said Jasper. I'm not a little bunny anymore. I'm a big rabbit now. Mom agreed to buy 1 pair. I wonder if this is going to turn out good or bad. I don't think he's going to like them after he gets them home, but let's see. That night, Jasper wore his cool new underwear to bed. They are a little scary looking. Do you want me to leave the hallway light on? Asked Dad. Dad, I'm not a little bunny anymore, said Jasper. I'm a big rabbit now. His dad shut the door, and that's when Jasper noticed. What did he notice? Probably something about the underwear. The underwear glowed a ghoulish or monster-like greenish glow. I don't think he's going to like that. But it does make the room brighter, though, doesn't it? He closed his eyes. He pulled up the covers. He buried his face in his pillow, but it didn't help. He could still see that ghoulish, greenish glow. Jasper leaped out of bed and put on a pair of plain white underwear, that is. He stuffed the creepy underwear into the bottom of his laundry hamper. He finally fell asleep. It still is kind of green, isn't it? But when he got up the next day, he was wearing the creepy underwear. I wonder how that happened. Jasper threw them into the garbage can. He was still a big rabbit. He wasn't scared or anything, but he was done with scary underwear. You think that's the end of the story? I don't think so. After school, Jasper was doing his homework when he heard it. A scratchy, scraping sound coming from his dresser. He opened the drawer, and they were back, staring at him with that ghoulish, greenish glow. Boy, they are a little bit scary, I think. He snatched the creepy underwear out of the drawer. He grabbed a big envelope and some stamps. To China. He must be mailing them to China. Bye-bye, scary underwear, he said, dropping the package in the mailbox. I think we're finally done with these creepy underwear. He sent them all the way to China. When he opened the front door the next morning, there they were. And were those chopsticks? His creepy pair of underwear had somehow returned from China, and it had brought back souvenirs, the chopsticks which you used to eat. Looks like there's also a fan. Boy, he looks pretty scared. What's he going to do now? Jasper grabbed his mom's good sewing scissors. She didn't like him using them, but this was an underwear emergency. This time, the creepy underwear were gone for good, so he cut them into little bitty pieces so he doesn't have to worry about them. I think he took care of the problem now. Let's see. At bedtime, he slowly opened his underwear drawer. Nothing, just plain white undies. He searched under his bed. He shook out his lampshades. Whew! There was no sign of creepy underwear. He went to the bathroom to comb his ears. I wonder if he's going to see the underwear in there. Maybe there'll be little pieces of it. They were back! What's the matter with you? His mom asked. You're so jittery or nervous lately. Nothing, he yelped. A grown rabbit couldn't be terrified of his underpants. But he certainly seems very scared, doesn't he? How did they get back? He seized the underwear, which means grabbed. He snagged, or grabbed, a shovel from the garage, and he rode. He didn't stop pedaling until he reached Creek Hanger Hill. So he rode all this way with a shovel. What's he going to do with the shovel and the underwear? What would you do? Oh, yeah, I bet he's going to bury him. And see this here, this little fence with the carrots inside? There's another story that is about these carrots, creepy carrots. Jasper began to dig. He dug until his hole was dark and deep and 100% underwear proof. He dropped the underwear in. They gleamed from the bottom, that ghoulish, greenish glow. But not for long. He covered up the hole. They're gone. Do you think he got rid of the underwear finally? Seems like it's a pretty good chance. When he got home, Jasper crept up to his dresser. They couldn't be in there. There was no way, right? He reached for the handle. He peeked in. Nothing. Just plain white. Jasper smiled and turned out the light. Uh-oh. It looks pretty dark in his room, doesn't it? There was just one problem. It was really dark in there, even for a big rabbit. So, what's he going to do? It's really dark in his room, but the underwear gave off a greenish glow, but then he buried the underwear. So what's next? Jasper turned on the light. He looked at his non-glowing pair of plain white, and he knew what he had to do. He takes his shovel. He goes out. It looks like he digs up his underwear and brings them home. The creepy underwear were a little muddy, I would think so, but they still filled the room with that gentle greenish glow. It's almost like a nightlight. The next day, Jasper gathered his allowance money and went to the underwear store all by himself, just like a big rabbit. That night, Jasper wasn't scared at all. As he lay down to sleep, he smiled, and so did his underwear, because they had finally found somebody who wasn't scared. Scared of what? Of creepy underwear. Wow, look at all the creepy underwear that he bought. But look how bright his room is, too. It's like a bunch of nightlights.